Hello, folks. Be right with you. I got to send out the links, which is not going to take long. I've got people. I try to get people to join these groups like Beer Talk, because that way there's a hub where they can get the link. So I don't have to send individual links to everybody, but some people don't get the point of it. Okay, but got two more to send. And one more to send. Okay, that's out the way, thankfully. So I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews, and you can tell by the banner below, the scrolling marquee, as James P. Madonna calls it. I have Dos Equis Ambar Especial. So this video we examine, well, I examine, and if anybody else joins, we'll examine any Mexican beer. So I've bought Dos Equis Ambar, and I wasn't sure what to bring. I was going to do Tecate, and I was thinking about it. You know, we used to get bottles of Tecate, but I only see cans now, and nice smoke. And I was thinking about Pacifico. I wasn't too thrilled with regular Dos Equis, although it had it $1 less. And Corona, you know, but I said, let me do Dos Equis Ambar because I like it so much. Now, there it is. It's brown, as you can see. It's kind of reddish with the light shining through the glass toward me. It's got a creamy off-white head. Beautiful beer. Been on the market since 1897. 1897. Now, I don't think it came to the U.S. till around 42 years ago. But this is the original Dos Equis. The green label, the Dos Equis Especial, Lager Especial, that's the newer one. That's only been on the market 42 years. This one's been around since 1897. 1897. So up until 1983, if you bought Dos Equis, this was the only beer they made. This was it. Cuauhtémoc Montezuma made this beer. And then they started expanding their product line, you see. Smells so good. I'll show you the website for a moment. Get to everybody's comments, of course. Dos Equis, 2 X's. That was for the 20th century. 10 times 2 is 20, 20th century. But people didn't understand what it meant. It was supposed to be called Dos Equis 20. People kept calling it because they didn't realize 10X was the Roman numeral for 10. So people were calling it those 2 X's beer. Give me that 2 X's beer. And they were like, no, it's 20. But they didn't. So they just decided, hell, we'll just call it 2 X's. 145 calories. Not going to get fat on this beer. If you get fat, it's because you go into the buffet, not because of this. 4.7% alcohol, 22 bitterness units. Vienna style lager. Full body and smooth finish. Signature amber color. Subtle hints of roasted malts. Pairs great with every kind of Mexican food, whether it's 2 p.m. tacos or 2 a.m. tacos. A distinctly rich amber color with subtle hints of caramel and burnt sugar. Full flavor, yet surprisingly smooth and easy to drink with a clean finish. I know it is, and that's why it's one of the best Mexican beers on the market, in my opinion. What about Modelo Negra? Yeah, that's right up there. They're both shoulder to shoulder. They're both great. Modelo Negra is stronger and darker. Maybe I prefer it, but I love this one. Dress it up. Beer braised pork carnitas tacos, hearty beer marinated poblano chili, or beer marinated flank steak. Yeah, well, we're off the whiskey now. Really good. Good stuff. Another winner. That's correct. Excellent. Hello. So I bought a 12 pack of bottles. Don't really see the cans, actually. Actually, I never see the cans. It's probably it's probably sold in cans, I'm sure, but almost sure. But we only get the bottles here. So when Dixie had the 6 packs for $9.49, 6 packs, $9.49. I can turn the lamps on now since I showed you the beer. But the funny thing was, so this is 12 ounces. So they had the 6 pack for $9.49. You get, but the 12 pack was on sale for $16.99. $16.99 plus tax for this. So let's calculate it plus tax. So let's see, $16.99 times, there's 10% tax in this area. $18.69 divided by 12 beers. So $1.56 for each beer. $1.56 for each beer. Now, do y'all think that's a good deal for something up to this level? $1.56. Oh, I hate to even see that comment. Cheers to you. You say it is worth it. Okay. So, ¿dónde está el baño, Claude? Where is the bathroom? Where is the restroom?
Your Spanish is very good.
Thank you. I work with Hispanic.
Bathroom in 5 languages.
I work with Hispanic people, and they can't hardly speak English, so I have to kind of like try to figure out what they're saying. Hello. So, I was telling people that I bought this 12-pack, and after tax, I'm talking about the after tax price.
Oh, Dos Equis, you're the most interesting man in the room.
Yeah, the Ambar. I bought the Ambar, and I bought the 6-pack. I'm sorry, the 12-pack, and it came out calculated out to $1.56 per bottle. And I was asking people, did they think that was a good price? The after tax price for this $1.56 per bottle.
Well, what would you pay in a restaurant for that same beer?
$6.50 plus tax.
That's the one way of looking at it. It's a really good beer. Speaking of hopefully very good beers, I haven't had this in a real long time. I have fond memories. I don't think I've had a Carta Blanca in 8, 9, 10 years. But I had very good memories of it. You know when you remember something was good?
Yeah.
And you like to stick with it. And I went to my favorite little mom and pop liquor store, Brandywine Liquor, on Brandywine Avenue in Chula Vista, California. And they have a very large Mexican clientele there. And I said, this is the place where I'm going to get I didn't want to get another Corona or something, that I've had. I wanted to get something different. And they have a monster selection of single bottles of all the Mexican beers and tequilas there. Great tequilas. So this is what I got. Hecho en Mexico.
That means made in Mexico.
Yes, it does. This is the original. I'm going to have to get out my magnifying glass if I'm ever going to find the alcohol on this thing. 4.1%. Oh, and it's imported too. Let me put it this way. It's imported from 5 miles down the street.
Imported from down the road.
on this. So here it is. I've done the pour. Um, one thing I like in a beer, I like a foamy head. Why is
Now
that?
the website is saying 4.5, and I thought that was strange when you said 4.1 because I thought it was always 4.5.
No, 4.1, and I can even. There it is.
That is really weird.
Yeah, no head to speak of on it. You want my review, or you want to do some?
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna do. I was already about to do mine,
Go ahead. It's your show, man.
but I'll go fast. I'm trying to find. This is really weird. Hold on a second. Carta Blanca beer. You see, these things will be sold at different ABVs around the world, and it's really bizarre. I think it's bizarre because I remember I used to buy it and it was always 4.5. So when you said 4.1, that really set off alarm bells. But I'm going to do mine and then I'll show you your website, what I got on the website for. Okay, so the aroma on this Dos Equis, which is from the same company, Huatamoc Montezuma, better known as Heineken Mexico these days. Heineken went and rounded up all the beer brands and bought them out. Excuse me. You get a little sourness on the nose, a little nuttiness, like maybe pecan shells or walnut shells. All right, taste. Cheers.
I'm very jealous. Your beer is much better than mine.
Just one of the best Mexican beers in the world. It's got a nutty flavor. So you think of like brown bread crust from the roasted malts, nuts. It's a medium body, has a dry finish. To be fair, I do like Carta Blanca. And Carta Blanca, if you look at the translator, it will say like white check or something, or blank check. But what it really means is no. What the way it translates is that the company spared no expense. When they made the beer, it was like a blank check. We're going to use all the best ingredients. Well, okay, that's all marketing. But I remember for years, those big bottles like you have, those quart bottles, for years, they were always $1.97. Then they started going up. And
a lot.
I can't even get that beer in my town. I cannot get that beer anywhere in my town. It never was real popular around here. If I go into New Orleans, I can find it, especially in areas that are like Hispanic populated. All right. So, oh yeah, this product is awesome. And I'm glad I got it for on sale. And I would definitely buy it again. I would definitely recommend it. So the score is going to be good. Now you had the 4.1% Carta Blanca, which is 0.4% lower than what it's supposed to be according to the website, which is strange. But
interesting that maybe it's who knows?
No, I just think they put out different ABVs.
Now, is your Spanish so good? It says on the top of the bottle, "Única desde."
That means the year the year it was started, 1897.
Oh, very good. Your Spanish is excellent.
I could read Spanish and I could read French and I could kind of understand it. But when I hear people saying it, I can't understand because they're saying it too fast, But when I'm reading it, I can kind of figure it out. Okay, here you go, Claude. You can read off of this.
Okay, let me expand my screen there. A lager type beer with a balanced and refreshing flavor profile thanks to its production process and top quality ingredients. It's fine. An exquisite liquid has earned, I like that, exquisite liquid. That's a good term, choice of words. Has earned it 20 international awards. Golden, 4.5, not true, 4.1. Initially selected as one of the beers for consumption by the kings of Spain throughout history, Carta Blanca, which I believe means white card, right? If I literally,
Yeah, like literally like a white card.
yeah, it has a white label uh, on there. So has been awarded around the world on 20 occasions, making clear its excellence in brewing tradition. Considering it's been around a long time, I think it should have won more than 20 awards, right?
I guess, but they only put it in 20 competitions.
Yeah.
But yeah, but what it really means is carte blanche, a blank check.
Oh, thank you.
You know
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
more,
Carte
and that's
blanche.
more of
A
a
blank
French
check.
expression.
Yeah, and it means like they spared no expense to make it, but obviously they did. But
Hmm.
like I said, it's marketing.
And this same company makes,
All of that
um, oh,
because it's owned by Heineken. That's why Heineken is in the middle.
they make all that. They have Coors on there. Okay, so
Well,
this is
that's obviously a contract. Coors and Miller Lite. Obviously, that's a
okay. I see. Oh, they got Bohemia in the back. Gosh, I that's the beer. Have you ever had a Bohemia?
yeah. It's really good.
It's excellent. It's wow. I gotta write that down. I haven't had a Bohemia in years, and that is a truly great beer.
Yeah,
You know, very.
Heineken. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Go ahead.
As you can see, Heineken has bought Indio, Dos Equis, Tecate. They bought the Amstel Brewery. They bought the Bohemia Brewery. They bought Sol. They bought Superior. They bought Carta Blanca. But they don't own Coors or Miller Lite. They just have a contract with them. But they just are like a lot of these companies. They just go around and buy up people, and people willing to
Mhm.
sell. So they're willing to sell. So hey, but
Good idea.
Heineken is in every country in the world, obviously.
Hmm.
Carta Blanca, well, no, not really, but it's around, But it's a famous brand. Can't knock that. I mean, whether you like it or not, that's a different story.
Yeah. I'll re-pour it here. Not much of a head. Uh, no IBUs or whatever. I think that's what it's called, right? The bite.
International bitterness
It,
units.
nothing in there. It's not very malty or anything like that. First sip, smells like beer. Has that nice beer smell. I'll give it that at the end. It has a beautiful color. Has a really like a golden apple kind of color comes to my mind,
Okay.
like a Granny Smith color. Probably not coming through on the screen is the same way, but it has a nice color to it, nice smell. First sip, I was underwhelmed. I thought it'd be a lot more Corona full flavor. I like Corona. Okay, I think Corona is just and I've been drinking lately Familiar, the up to the premium brand of
Oh
Corona,
yeah, yeah.
which I've really started to like. I full flavor, full mouthfeel to it. The first sip on this was a little light, kind of like a light beer, a little watery to me. Um, the second and third sip, it's kind of funny. You make an impression on the first. Yeah, it got better as I drank it. Okay, it's the first beer of the day, and it actually gets a little bit better as you continue to drink it. That which is kind of unusual. It has to grow on you,
Yeah.
or
You
maybe your
want to see some
palate's
old,
got to.
you want to see some old advertisements for it?
Sure, love to.
All right, hold on just a second. We'll see if you can see them.
Oh, nice look. Boy, I wish this had that whatever beer they had, and it has that. Mine does has no head on it at all, and I'm using just a nice old wine glass here. And I believe in an aggressive pour. It's a nice looking ad. Mexico's taste for friendship. Taste the tradition. Okay, you can see they're going for that international kind of thing. They're not really pushing the that it's a Mexican beer as much, are they?
Says now they're saying 1893. I thought it was 1897, but it says the traditional great beer of Mexico since 1893. I guess the company would know more than me. For nearly 90 years. That's funny, huh, Color? Mexico's oldest and largest brewery has been producing one of the world's great lager beers, Carta Blanca, a premium golden brew with a rich, mellow aroma and a clean, full flavor taste. So pour yourself a Carta Blanca. One taste and you'll know why Carta Blanca has been winning gold medals and delighting beer drinkers since 1893. Well, you got to give them credit for the ad.
Mm-hmm. Advertising's important. People
they knew how to do marketing, huh?
Yeah, when you show, my favorite beer commercial of all time. I'd love to find it someday. The greatest beer advertisement ever, if we can talk about that. Do you remember Carling Black? I think it was Carling Black Label.
I'm not old enough.
Yes, you are.
No, I don't. They never showed those down here. No.
Carling Black Label. They had an ad where all you saw was the guy's hands making this beautiful sandwich, and he, putting it all together, and then they opened up a can of Carling Black Label and poured it in a mug by the sandwich, and it just stimulated all those taste buds. Oh, look at that sandwich with that icy cold beer. It was good. This is very drinkable. This is I would say it's enjoyable. It's a little thin on the mouth. It's kind of a light. I'd call it a light beer. It doesn't have that full beer flavor taste to me. If I had to choose, it's okay. It's enjoyable. There's nothing wrong with it. The word that comes to mind is it's a thin beer. Okay. Do you ever have you drink a beer and it just tastes thin?
Well, yes, it's 4.1. It's a light beer. Okay, yeah. So Carta Blanca would be considered a low end, and really? Yeah, and that's why it was $1.97 for a quart for years.
How come I paid $5 then?
Because you got hosed. And Dos Equis is considered more like a above premium. I'm talking about the Ambar. Ambar is would be considered an above premium, not a gourmet beer, but above premium.
What would I think of that Victoria beer that I mentioned to you on the webpage?
Well, that's 4.0%, but it's awesome. The flavor is so luxurious. The flavor, you can't imagine that they could do so much with a 4% alcohol beer. But It was founded by Austrians. Victoria was founded by Austrians, and it's Mexico's oldest beer brand.
Wow. So if you, I'm going to look for.
Oh, I don't know where. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where in Mexico it started. Galaxy Fire, somewhere down there. Okay.
I'm looking for it. Would I buy it? Would I buy it again? If it was at a party and it was in a cooler, I'd drink it. I'd grab a Dos Equis or a Corona before I get a Carta Blanca. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not the best Mexican beer I've ever had. It's a mediocre. I'd give it middle. It's a middle of the road Mexican beer. It's drinkable. It's enjoyable. A little on the thin side. Absolutely no bite or malt or anything to it. I'd call this the Carta Blanca Light. Actually, is the way it tastes to me.
I think Carta Blanca is sort of on the level of Sol, S-O-L, Sol, the sun.
Oh, I've had the Sol beer. The Sol beer has a little. You know what I like about the Mexican beers, particularly the Corona? Dave, your friend Dave talked about this. The corn, it's very corny tasting.
Yeah, 'cause
Usually,
they use that Mexican, that unique Mexican corn.
non-GMO
Right.
corn, and it gives it a unique flavor. That corn, I think they use a lot more corn than rice or wheat or anything else that you can make beer with. You got some I can't buy Crown Royal in Canada. Where else would they make it there? Don't they?
No, I can't believe that. Crown Royal is Canada's like flagship
You
whiskey.
got me sold on Bohemia, though. I just remembered Bohemia is a great beer. I gotta see if I can find that
Yeah,
anywhere.
Bohemia is a problem for me. I can't really find it, but
Yeah, I do
anyway.
like.
No, I was just gonna say. Anyway, now it's time to do the scores.
Go for it. Oh, the Duvel. Yes. How is the Duvel? I love Duvel. Oh my gosh. 4-pack is what, $17, $18. When I'm in a good mood or I've made a big sale, I go out and buy Duvel. That is the greatest.
Yeah, well,
Belgian
what was
beer.
that pop? What was that pop song like 55 years ago? I'll tell you what Claude thinks about Duvel. It's like that pop song, "Everlasting Love."
Yeah, yeah. I love Duvel, guys. I love Belgian beers. Period. The Belgians have been making beer since before the Battle of Hastings, which was 1066, I believe.
Well, but I think Duvel, that particular beer, Duvel didn't come out till I think
Duvel is brilliant.
1917. Yeah,
Have you ever had an Affligem?
awesome beer.
Yeah,
Affligem,
great
yeah.
beer. I haven't had one. We need a Belgian beer night maybe some night.
Well, we might have to do it because you came up. I'll give credit to Claude, folks. He came up with the idea of Mexican beer night.
I like, you know what? We could do this again if you wanted next week. There's plenty of Mexican beers out there.
Well, next week, now that you mention that, next week is regular beer night.
Regular beer.
Regular beer Wednesday. And then the week after is strong beer Wednesday.
And then strong beer.
But there's no reason we can't come back to do more Mexican beers. I
want to find a Natty Daddy again. I cannot find Natty Daddy.
Really, I can get it in a snap right here.
Really, it's so funny how the distribution of beers.
Oh, it changes every day. Every day.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love like I said, I go to this little mom, I'm in the Soviet Socialist state of Southern California right now, and you can buy beer, wine, and hard liquor in any supermarket. Vons, Ralph's, all of them. Trader Joe's, liquor. It's amazing. Trader Joe's has a very good selection of beer and wine and liquor, by the way. A limited, but very good selection and good pricing sometimes. Oh, Claudia today, we were in Trader Joe's. She got a bottle of Chardonnay. What was the name of that company, hon?
Bogle.
Oh, Beauville?
Bogle. B-O-G-L-E.
Oh, Bogle. She got Bogle. It's usually $12 to $15. She got a $5.99 bottle.
No. It was $7.99.
$7.99. I lied.
And the cheapest I ever see it in the grocery
Good
store
deal.
was $11.99.
Good deal for wine. $7.99 for something that costs twice as much. You can find good deals around. But this little mom and pop, I love that they have just cases full of single beers from all these weird breweries, from all over the. What is the one I like? Oh gosh, Blind Pig. You ever have one of those?
Not to my knowledge.
Great beers. But you pay for it. So, $5. It's good. I'll give it a 82. It's drinkable. It's enjoyable. It's not a great beer. It's a good middle of the road beer, Carta Blanca. I think there's other Mexican beers that have a lot more fuller flavor. This would be great at a barbecue or a picnic. If you were having some really spicy chicken or ribs or anything, this would be perfect.
So I'm saying 9.3. You're saying 8.2. Yeah, I mean, I'm not amazed by Carta Blanca. I like it all right, but I liked it a lot better when it was $1.97 for that big
Yeah,
bottle.
this for $5, they saw me coming.
Yeah,
Yeah. But anything for Louisiana beer reviews. No sacrifice is too great.
Louisiana beer reviews. Yep.
Did I
Let's
say it
see.
wrong? Did I say it wrong again?
Well, you said Louisiana, but you're leaving a
Oh,
syllable out.
okay. I'm from New York. What are you talking
It's
about here?
Louisiana. Five Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay, 5 syllables, right?
Correct.
Louisiana. Okay, I'll remember that. 5 syllables. There you go.
Named after King Louis the 14th of France.
There you go. How's your French? Parlez-vous where's the bat? Where's the bat? La toilette, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Little toast, a little remembrance to Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated today. Really sad. Young guy, young family, 2 little kids and everything. All he wanted to do was open up discussions and debates, and very sad.
Yeah, some of these maniacs don't care about debate. They don't believe in debate. They believe in control.
I
And
respect.
if you don't agree with their control, they want to kill you.
You know what? That's the one thing I respect. I'll listen to you if you listen to me, and we'll both learn something, and maybe a little respect for each other. He had a lot of guts to go on the college campuses and open up discussions and things like that. And people were very at times cruel to him and yelled at him, and they didn't want to hear another person's viewpoint. We need, freedom. I'm on a soapbox now. Freedom of speech, freedom of the press means that somebody, listen to somebody. Maybe you'll learn something.
Right, but the people that wanted to shout him down are the same ones that want to eliminate people with whom they disagree with. And we've seen this pattern over the years. They did it in Russia in 1918, did it in Russia in 1936. You had, the pattern continues. It just went on and on for years. You got Nicaragua with the Sandinistas. It's like you can say whatever you want in prison.
Yeah, or worse.
So, and people that have that totalitarian mindset, their attitude is it's definitely that sort of mindset. It's like, you can agree with me and we'll be friends, and if you disagree with me, I'll try to take you out. Yeah, this is their thinking. This is nothing new. This was going on July 14th, 1789. These revolutionaries, that's how they think. That's in their mind. In their mind, they're thinking, I did something good because I got rid of a bad person, and it's okay. It's okay to do these things because I got rid of a bad person. They don't believe in freedom of speech. They don't believe in discourse or analytical or hypothetical thinking. They only believe in power, unlimited power, and to destroy their enemies.
You ever notice when somebody disagrees with, you can always tell when someone gets louder and more emotional, and they're not willing to accept somebody else might have a different opinion. And when you state facts and citations behind your facts, and then all of a sudden the argument goes to expletive deletives and louder and more emotional rather than a logical argument.
I've dealt with these fanatics for years on Facebook. They want to be your friend, but if you disagree with them in any way, they can't argue. They cannot argue the topic. They cannot do that.
Yeah.
They can't prove you wrong because they don't even know what the facts are. So the way they get around that is
they get louder and more emotional.
They'll call you ugly names, and then they'll block you, and they'll say, I showed him. Well, you didn't actually show people anything. You showed them that you have a totalitarian mindset, I guess. you might probably have a little statue of Joseph Stalin in your bedroom, but
Yeah.
I don't know what else you proved. Maybe
Okay. Yeah.
you might have a statue of Mao Zedong and also Ho Chi Minh and all of those guys. But
Facts don't care about your emotions or feelings. Facts are facts.
if you cannot discuss a topic in a calm, thoughtful manner,
Respectful.
without cursing and calling people names, you
Yeah.
should not be discussing the topic. You should get out of the game. You don't belong here.
You lose all credibility.
You're not part of civilization. You're not part of the modern world. You're a fanatic. You're the same kind of person that wanted to get rid of Socrates. We don't agree with you. Well, we'll solve that problem because we'll just kill you. So
Yeah.
it's gonna cause an unimaginable reaction. But I can imagine. But
I listen to him occasionally on YouTube, and I didn't agree with many of the things he said, but I like that he had the guts to come in from. I mean, talk about going to the enemy's campground, backyard, and he'd go there and he'd say, "Let's talk. Let's say, ask your questions. If you disagree with me, go to the front of the line." He used to say that all the time. You got to respect somebody who has that much courage and everything, and they killed him for it.
I respect people who want to speak intelligently, and you respect people who want to think and speak intelligently, but we're not fanatics. We're not extremists. Where have
all the normal people gone?
We're not maniacs.
Yeah. Lyndon Johnson said we have I think it was Lyndon Johnson said we are there's a silent majority in this country.
Yeah, it was Richard Nixon, actually.
Nixon, sorry. Okay. But, I think most people want to just go through life, work hard, pay their bills, take care of their family, and don't want to make a lot of unnecessary attention or make a commotion in their life.
That's right. But some people are conspiratorial, devilish, psychopath. It comes down to their psychopathic. A psychopath doesn't have normal feelings like you or myself.
Sociopathic.
Well, it's the same. Well, sociopath is a more modern term for a psychopath.
Sociopath is someone without feelings.
Right. They don't have feelings. And in fact, they think it's funny when somebody gets raped or killed or murdered.
Well, that's a psychopath. I would agree on the side. I think a sociopath just doesn't care about who they hurt or what they say or do.
Right. Well, it's the same thing. It's the same. It's two terms for the same personality disorder. A sociopath or a psychopath is the same thing.
But what does this all have to do with beer? If everybody just drank a good beer once in a while.
I don't know, Claude, you brought it up.
I know I did. I just think if everybody had a beer and had an open, honest, a wonderful discussion like we have right now, the world would be a better place, right? If we don't have to agree on everything, but it's kind of it's nice. I talk a lot. I'm a sales trainer. I talk a lot about the lost art of conversation. You were a teacher, for history, I believe, right?
History, geography, free enterprise, government.
The teachers I remember from when I went to school were the ones who didn't just lecture, but they incorporated the classroom into a discussion. Those were the best classes ever. And the time just, how when you're a kid in school and you got ants in the pants like I had, you just watch the clock slowly moving. But there were some classes and some teachers where you couldn't wait because you knew it was a stimulating intellectual discussion.
Right. Well, what I did in my classroom, I let the students get involved. Like I would say, by the time I retired, we had what they called smart boards. It was a chalkboard, but it was a computer board, and they could go up there and write the notes in electronic ink. It was all on computer. And they would ask me, can I do it this day? So I would have a log of who gets to do it today. And these are like 18-year-olds, but they want to do it because they want to go up in front of the class and, can I do the notes? I say, yeah, you could do the notes. And so they would write the notes, and then the kids would look in the book. All the students would look in the textbook. Okay, what does that section say? They'd read it out. We go through the whole book, and they would learn a lot more that way. And I would tell them, I said, you can ask me any question in the world. I don't care, but you got to do it respectfully. I'm not going to be disrespectful to you, so you don't be disrespectful to me, and I'll try to answer it. And I would tell them, if I don't know the answer, I'll just tell you I don't know, but I'll try to find out. I'm not a know-it-all. I'll tell them I'm not a know-it-all.
That's okay. I say I don't know a lot of times. Nobody has the monopoly on all the knowledge in all the world.
Right.
You know?
But I was getting paid to do my hobby, because like when I was in high school,
wonderful, right?
Yeah, when I was in high school, the teachers would come ask me to go do research for them. You know, they would say, I was sitting in class one time and the teacher said, why did they call them doughboys in World War I? Why did they call the U.S. soldiers doughboys? And my history teacher said, Terrio, get on that. So he gave me permission to get out of the classroom and go in the library and research. So in about an hour, I had written up a little report on why they were called doughboys.
Do you remember how research was really, I mean, before the internet, how did we, I remember, oh my gosh, getting the microfiche film out.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to go to a book first to find an article on the subject you were researching. Then you'd have to look up the microfiche. Then you'd have to put this roll in this dirty machine with a big screen.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to go to the citation page and everything. Oh my, research. And today, in seconds, I use ChatGPT 5.0 today. And in seconds, I get answers to questions so wonderfully.
Sometimes when I have free time, I get on Google and I try to, I write questions in a way that will confuse the AI.
Mm-hmm.
So I write the question in a way that when they answer it, it'll be wrong. And I get
AI does not understand double entendres.
Right. So the AI can't figure out where I'm going. You know, like say the AI will give a answer it's wrong, and I laugh. I'll say, it's so funny, it's like I'm playing a little game, to make it answer incorrectly. But it can't, but like you said, AI can't discern things. It's kind of like the HAL 9000. I always talk about the HAL 9000.
HAL 2001: A Space Odyssey.
That was the original movie about artificial intelligence, if you remember.
Right, Dave.
And how it broke, didn't work.
Yeah, actually tried to kill the astronaut.
It did kill one.
Yeah, it was 2001: A Space Odyssey. I remember seeing that on a big screen, and it opened up with that wonderful classical music, Mozart or something.
Yeah.
Great movie, and it came out in the 70s or something like that.
1968.
Okay,
and it was in Panavision, which when it wrapped around.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm going to make a note. I think I'm going to watch that movie again.
The interesting thing about that movie, if you watch it carefully, you got to watch it carefully. You got to watch it like 10 times. But one of the interesting things about that movie is that they're talking to the HAL 9000 on a television interview, and they say, you can think. And then it corrects the interviewer and says, no, this computer cannot think. It only mimics thinking. So the computer points that out. And early in the movie, it only mimics thinking. So then later on in the movie, when it breaks and stops working correctly, then you see, so you can understand they're kind of leading up to that earlier in the movie that it would.
Oh, yeah. Dave, where's that one note there? Galaxy Fire 7. I have my library card and still go because I don't want to ask ChatGPT. Good for you, Galaxy. I still have a library card. I still go to the library occasionally. I use Libby and Hoopla and all the different things. The library has gone online, actually. There are still physical libraries, which are fun. as well as bookstore. My wife and I go at least once a week to a bookstore. We love bookstores. But when you need information quickly, we're in a. I'll tell you right now, the world has changed completely with AI. 5 years from now, the world will be in a different place. Is my prediction.
And they were talking on News Nation about unemployment. And they were saying on News Nation, is unemployment mainly due to tariffs? And one of the commentators said, no, I don't believe so. He said it's mainly due to AI, but people not wanting to discuss that.
It's not unemployment so much as when Henry Ford invented the horseless carriage. Okay, he put a lot of blacksmiths out of business. Okay, and guys who made saddles and carriages and things. We're at a revolution where new jobs will be created out of AI because they're becoming what. I'll give you a great example. For my business, I need a lot of art and graphic art designed. I hope my daughter's not watching this. She gets very upset when I talk about this. I'd have to pay an artist to draw things for me. I'd go on to different web pages or Fiverr or something and say, draw me this picture or that, and I'd pay for it. Now I just go into Chat GPT. I give it some pretty good, what I want a cartoon with these colors, with this balloon above the person's head. And literally in 45 seconds, a minute, it'll design a cartoon for me for $20 a month instead of paying somebody X amount.
Well, if it works for you,
It does work for me, and it works for a lot of people. It's like Google. It's a tool, and if you know how to use it, it's a time saver.
Right. Use the tool. Don't let the tool use you.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Got to get going. But
did we go too long? I'm sorry.
No, it's nothing like that. Just I know people are.
Yes. Anyway, if everybody drank beer, the world would be a better place. So, to your health, sir. Thank you for Louisiana Beer Reviews. Louisiana Beer Review.
Louisiana.
I can't get that right.
It's like Louise on the Jeffersons. So just think of Louise and Anna.
That was Wheezy.
Yeah, Louise, but he called her Wheezy. But
the Jeffersons. Oh my God. What was the spinoff? How many spinoffs came off our last trivia question? How many spinoffs came off Archie Bunker?
All in the Family? The Jeffersons. Well, first it was Maude.
Yep.
Maude. Then Good Times, which was a spinoff of Maude. Then the Jeffersons. Then Florence, which didn't last but about one season.
Yeah.
Then
wasn't there another
what was Archie Bunker's daughter's name?
Gloria.
Then there was a show called Gloria, so that's 5.
And then there was a where Archie just had the bar for a while.
Archie Bunker's Place wasn't a spinoff; it was just a renaming of All in the Family.
Okay. How about Sanford and Son?
That was a remake of the British comedy Steptoe and Son.
Okay.
You said All in the Family was the last, and you added a second.
Is Sam Adams pumpkin beer not good? Have you had it?
Not for years. I liked it, but that was like 2010.
You do need we're getting close to October. You will need a pumpkin beer night.
I'm having a lot of trouble finding pumpkin beers, Claude. I got bad news for you.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Not here.
Really?
It's a bad scene.
Louisiana does not like pumpkin beer?
Apparently not, but I think I could find pumpkin smash if I go down into Metairie, which is about 20 miles away. All right. Well, thanks, everybody, for watching. Y'all take care and have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Claude, for joining. Dante.
A lot of fun. Good discussion.
Great discussion.